What's up guys, Mr. SLIN here with another video about competitive Team Fortress 2. I'm taking questions from the audience, so if you have a question for me, go ahead and post it down in the comments below and I may feature your question on a future video. Today's question is about breaking into the competitive scene and it comes from Islarf, who asks, how can I get into competitive? I have no idea and it feels like a very closed community. I've got about 1.7k hours and would be interested. I've done a bunch of Highlander on Center a while back, but that wasn't that interesting and just felt like a glorified pub. Islarf, thank you so much for your question. It's heartbreaking to me to see someone who has so much time spent in TF2 and hasn't really been able to get into the competitive scene. And so that's what I'm going to try and help you with today, is teach you the secret sauce, the steps that you need to take to break into the competitive scene, to make a name for yourself, and to find success. Because I want you to be a super good Team Fortress 2 player. So, how are we going to do that? Well, first of all, you need to figure out what the goal is. What's the goal? The goal is to join a team. Why do you want to join a team? What is a team? A team is you plus 5 other players. That's the same 6 people that you play with every day, 4 or 5 days a week. Probably in a league like UGC, Esea, TF2, Oz Fortress. If any of those names ring a bell, that's a TF2 league. People play 2 or 3 matches a week. And that's where you're going to get super good at TF2, because when you play with the same people day in and day out, working together to try and move your way up the ladder, you're going to get really, really good at this game. I'm telling you, you join a team and everyone's helping each other out. You're working on strategies. You're learning maps. You're learning new techniques you've never seen before. You're going to get really, really, really good at Team Fortress. But the problem is joining a team. And that's the part that a lot of people struggle with, because they just see themselves as TF2 players. They see themselves as like, okay, I'm just going to get really good at Team Fortress. I'm going to hop in a DM server. I'm going to practice my aim. I saw Mr. SLIN's video yesterday. I know exactly what to do when I practice. But there's some soft skills involved here too, which are really difficult for a lot of TF2 players because we're all nerds, right? We're sitting behind a computer. Maybe you don't talk to a lot of people. Maybe you're kind of shy. And that's something that I was too when I first started playing. I just didn't talk to anybody. And what I learned was that you really need to get out there and meet people, because by building those relationships, that's how they figure out who you are. That's how they figure out who Islarf is. And that's how you build your brand. Building a brand is the secret sauce. Building a brand is so important to your success in TF2. I can't tell you, like, if you don't have a brand, no one knows who you are. You're just going to really, really struggle to find a team, to move your TF2 career forward, and just work your way up the ladder. So what is a brand? A brand is the thousands of things that you do, the little things that you do that people notice, that they pick up on, and they're signals that signal to them who you are. You know, when you think of Mr. SLIN, what do you think of? This, this, and this. When I think of Banny, what do I think of? This, this, and this. When I think of Islarf, I don't know who you are. What do I think about, right? I see your posts on my videos and he's interested in TF2 and he's not that interested in Highlander. That's kind of what I know about you, right? But you want me to learn the things about you that show your interest in the game, right? You want me to know that you have 1,700 hours in TF2. Hey, that's a lot of hours. You're actually pretty good, probably. You probably played a lot of TF2. You're probably pretty experienced. You know what's going on. You know what all the weapons do. You're probably going to be a better pickup for my team than some guy who has 200 hours. You know, what else do I know about Islarf? Well, I'm a student in school and I'm free 7 days a week and I love TF2. I'm just going to play a lot of TF2. If you pick me up, I'm going to be the hardest working guy on your team. Great. I need guys like that, right? And so that is just part of your brand. You want, when people think Islarf, you want them to think, man, this guy is on it. He's working hard to get good at TF2. Maybe he's not that good right now, but he'd be a perfect pickup for my UGC Steel team. He'd be a perfect pickup for my ESEA Open team. Maybe we should give him a tryout. What's a tryout? That's when you message a team captain and you say, hey, I'm interested in playing on your team next season. And he goes, huh, who are you? Why should I give you a tryout? Why should I only get 3 scrims a night. Why should I use one of them on you to figure out how good you are? And you go, well, last season I played in Open and I could probably, we got 5th place in Open and I'm trying to aim for a top 3 team this season. Wow, that sounds pretty good, Mr. Joe Schmo. I'm interested in trying you out for my team because that name has that brand. I kind of get who you are now. See what I'm saying? But the problem is breaking into the scene. The problem is starting that brand, because for a lot of people, they're not on teams right now. So all they have to show is their pug experience, the pickup games, the TF2 center games, right? Your mix champ, your pug champ, your double mixes, whatever you got. And the problem is, it's like a chicken and the egg problem. It's like, I need to hop into games in order to show people who I am, but I can't show them who I am unless I hop into games. And then you're just stuck in this circle of like not being able to find a team. So you have to catch a break. You have to get an opportunity that you've never had before. And a lot of you guys out there, I know you have this problem. You try and play Pug Champ, you add up, no one ever picks you, or you've been trying to play TF2 Center for a while and you just keep getting kicked out of the lobby because no one wants to play with a guy with 0 games. I get that. I've been there. I tried to play Invite Pugs, me personally. I tried to play Invite Pugs a long time ago, and people were like, "Who's Mr. SLIN? Isn't he some like low open shitty? Why should we pick him?" And I totally get that. And what I did was I worked really hard and I tried to show other people that, hey, I'm like an up and coming player. Like, I'm practicing the game. I play a lot. I'm interested in getting better. I might not be perfect the first time around, but hey, I'm willing to practice and improve. And if you give me a chance, let's see what happens. And not everyone's going to buy that, by the way. You try and sell that to somebody, not everyone's going to buy that. But there might be someone who takes pity on your poor soul and says, hey, you know what, Joe Schmo? You know what, Rocket King? You know what, Joe Stevelin? You know what? I'm going to pick you for this game. And next thing you know, you got a couple hundred games under your belt, and now you're a known entity. So establishing that brand is like so important to you getting on a team. And it's all about the mindset. It's all about the goal. And you need to know exactly what your goal is to have the right brand. Because if you don't have a goal in mind, you're just kind of floating around like a jellyfish. You don't know what's going on. So what's your goal? Your goal should be to join a team, right? If you're not on a team, start playing pugs. And when you're in those games, again, the thousands of things that you do, people will pick up on that. Oh, I know Islarf. He's a pocket main. Oh, I know Mr. SLIN. He's a medic main. Oh, Mr. SLIN. He's pretty good at heal orders, but he doesn't understand how to count Ubers. Oh, Mr. SLIN, he makes TF2 videos, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. They're going to pick up on all these little things, right? And they're just going to like put you in a bucket. And next thing you know, that's what you are to them. You know, it's like anything else. It's like a logo. Like, what does this mean to you? You know, what does Gaben mean to you? You see a logo, you immediately think something. And so when I see Islarf, you want me to think about you. This guy's got it. This guy is up and coming. I want him on my team. So when you're playing in those games, give it your best shot, give it your best effort, and hopefully other people will take notice. They might not take notice right away. You might not notice them taking notice, but they're taking notice. And over the course of hundreds, thousands of games, people will be like, oh yeah, I know who you are. I've seen you in my games before. And that's how you get started. Once you've got that brand going, now take to the forums. And here's what I'm going to show you. Here's how you would join a team once you have a brand. So you want to join UGC. You go to ugcleague.com. You click on forum. You go to the 6v6 recruiting section down here. Under teams looking for players, so if you go to that section, you can go. I go to North America because that's me. I'm picking I want to look for a gold team. And I see this guy, Pixel Pusher, or Dr. Vital Scratch, and he says, I'm looking for a 6s players, need a pocket 2 scouts, any subs. You message that guy on Steam and you say, hey, look, man, I'm looking for a gold team as well. I played silver last season. We got 2nd place. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's UGC. If you want to join Esea, go to the forums. Scroll down to either looking for team or looking for players. If you go looking for team, these are all the players who are looking for a team. The thing is, I might have heard of you, I might not have heard of you. And if you put your name like Islarf on here, maybe might not anyone know you who you are, but I know who Kev777 is. He played an invite last season, right? So that's where the brand gets really, really important. If you do not have a brand, it's fine. Just go to the recruitment section and say that I'm looking for players, and then hit up these guys who are looking for players for open, for intermediate, for whatever division. On this side, ETF2L. This website is actually pretty handy because they got a recruitment section right here, and it shows all the players looking for teams and what classes they're looking for and what skill level and what kind of game. It's really good, actually. And there's also the team section, which shows all the teams that are looking for players. And if you want to add your own name to this list, you go under help and then go to 6v6 newcomer guide. Sorry, it's so loud outside. I live in the city. If you go to 6v6 newcomer guide here, then you scroll down to the bottom and it'll tell you how to add your name to the list. It's somewhere down here. The last one, Oz Fortress, for all you Australian TF2 players out there, all you New Zealanders, your Kiwis. You go to forums, you go to recruitment, same thing. Players looking for teams, teams looking for players. It's that easy. So I know it's going to be really hard at first while you kind of get started, while you get the ball rolling. But just remember that this is a one-time thing. You get the ball rolling, suddenly that ball's rolling down the hill and you got to run after it. It's rolling so fast. That's what I'm hoping for you guys, is that you get this momentum going and don't lose that momentum. Like a lot of people, they start playing, they take a break. Every time you take a break, you're going to lose that momentum. So ideally, you don't have to do this, but yeah, ideally you take the effort to establish your name, establish who you are, establish your brand, and then make sure that brand is like impeccable. Make sure that brand is like exactly who you want to be. It's what you want other people to think of you. It's their impression of you. And then hopefully once you join a team, you just keep it going. Oh, my team, like don't just stop by being on a team. Now it's like, okay, I want my team to be really good because next season I want to stay on this team, or I want to use this team to get onto an even better team, right? Say like, oh yeah, I got third place in silver last season, so this season I'm going to try for a gold team. But if you don't do so well, then maybe you should play silver again. This is all part of getting better, but hopefully this kind of gives you the right idea for how to break into the competitive scene. If you've got specific questions about this topic, go ahead and post them down in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. If you want to talk to other people interested in Team Fortress 2, just like you, just like me, head over to my Discord channel, discord.gg/Mr. SLIN. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. See you all next time. Peace.